Good evening, everyone. I hope you've all had a great start to the week. Hopefully your weekend was good as well. We're going to be looking at the S&P 500 futures ES mini contract here. So we're going to be breaking it down from the monthly, weekly, down to the daily, down to our intraday at the 30-minute time frame. We'll review what occurred today in the intraday. We'll see how we came back into a balance on the daily, and what could potentially happen into Fed Day on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and break it down real quick. Looking at the monthly here. Um, Monthly is still in this large balance. You can call it a 3-month balance right now with an inside month coming to the end of January, inside month inside of last December's May or range, excuse me, inside of last December's range. So we're just looking to come out of this balance to the upside or to the downside from an inside month perspective. However, in the larger picture, last August was my monthly high, and then last October was my monthly low. So once we take out either side of that, that's when I would be calling the monthly up or down in the trend manner. Let's look at our weekly. All right, weekly. Still one time framing up, even though we came back into a balance on the daily today, and I'll show you that here in just a second. The weekly is still one time framing up, right? We've been one time framing up now 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row, looking to take out last week's high at 4109.25. We take that high out, we'll be looking all right. Bulls will continue to, buyers will continue to be in control, looking to take out that inside week there, or that outside week down right there. That's 41.41 level is going to be huge to come out of. Right now, above the trend line. Let's see, do we hold above it, come into the Fed, or do we fall below it? We'll see how it occurs. We have to take out last week's low down at 39.6325 in order to bring the weekly back into an initial balance. Uh, Here recently, that seems to be kind of the trend. We've been trending up, going into a balance, trending up, going into a balance, trending up again. So let's look at our daily, and we'll go ahead and show you the balance that we are now inside of. So here's our daily. We were one time framing up 2 days in a row, and then today we are now back inside of a 3-day balance. We're using today's high right here at 4109.25 as the high. That would be back from Friday, and then we're going to use last Thursday's low down here at 4027.25 as our balance low. So tomorrow, if we open up inside of this range and take out today's low and the 26th low from Thursday of last week, then you'll be looking to bring this market back down into a downward motion. But we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and look at our 30-minute time frame and show you how it occurred to bring in this whole thing into a balance. Look, all right. So I forgot what I was doing. Okay, so here is the daily low from Friday, right here at 4061.75. We gapped below that this morning in A period. We opened up below it. So right off the bat, sellers were trying to establish some type of control, putting the daily back into a balance, which is what sellers wanted to see. However, we were inside of the overnight range. If I show you the overnight range, we finally took that out late in the day, but let me go ahead and just bring this up so you guys can see the full session. So we had our overnight high up here at 40.86, and we had our overnight low down here at 40.40. So inside of a 46-point range, we chopped around for majority of the day until finally late in the day, K period, we decided to take out the overnight low. So the likelihood of us taking out today's low and what is currently our 3-day balance low right here, from the 26th, is very slim in my opinion, due to the fact that we took all day long to get the afternoon pullback low from the 26th and the overnight low at 40.40. They just kind of slowly trended this market down all day long, one time framing down, just meaning we're taking out previous time frames low pretty much all morning long. Um, as you can see, we opened with a gap below previous day's low. Let me go ahead and bring this thing back into just RTH real quick. Ooh, that is ugly. All right. So we gap below, right? We opened up at 40.54. Daily low was at 40.61. So we opened up with a gap. We had an inventory adjustment in A period and then some laggards in B period that decided to buy this market up, trying to get the overnight high, attempting. Remember, overnight high was at 40.86 right here. So we were attempting to get that high, couldn't get it in B period, and finally in C, we took out the initial balance low, stopped the one-time framing up, and brought value down lower. Initially, part of the day, value was overlapping the lower. Now it is clearly lower on the day. Uh, Sellers had an attempt at a gap that got filled. They had value that was overlapping the lower and then finally brought it lower in the day. We took out the initial balance low and C period. So those are things that are in seller's check mark in checkbook, right? And then after C period went down, we were kind of rotational inside of C period until late in H. So let's zoom in here. You can see C period was a pretty large range, right around 20 points. All right. D couldn't take out C's high. E took out D's low, but couldn't take out C's low. So pretty much just a consolidation period, uh, attempting to get lows, but couldn't really find any strong sellers to come into the market. F period couldn't take out E or F's low, or couldn't take out either side of E. G period couldn't take out C's low. It was poor against it, 45, right? 45.50. And then finally in H period, we decided to take it out. And then an I, we just kind of dripped down the rest of the day. One time framing down, taking out previous time frames, lows all day long. The only time we took out a previous time frames high was in H period, and that was after a reversal bar when we got the afternoon pullback low, but couldn't get the overnight low. Sellers got out of the market, hit the bids, buyers came in, we pushed this thing up higher and popped G's high pretty good. So pretty much just trended down in a weak manner all day long. Got the overnight low, and we got the afternoon pullback low from yesterday. So all we go out with today is, after failing to get a perfect point of control early on in the day, we just go out with the high, the low, and an afternoon pullback or afternoon rally high in H period. So with that being said, let's go ahead and review some of my trades. Today was a rough day for me on the trading side of things. I didn't start until C period because I wanted to see what would happen in A. I wanted to see what would happen in B period. So I kind of just hung out and waited. I should have been participating in B period once I seen that we were starting to reject the overnight high. I should have taken a short against the overnight high and probably would have done really well on that. However, I didn't get involved until C period. That's when I decided to take shorts pretty much the entire time in C period. I was short below VWAP, and we had overlapping the lower value, so figured we were rejecting Friday's value pretty good because in B period we couldn't stay inside, couldn't find acceptance in previous day's value, so we started to rotate lower. I was short, thinking that we would at least revisit the opening, which was down here, so I decided to get short around 60.25, and as we came in, took it off for a pretty good gain and right above the opening. I got out right around 55 and 54.50, excuse me. So pretty good trade. Cannot complain. Then the rest of the time, just shorted on pushes up in C period. Then I later didn't trade D. I didn't trade E. Attempted to trade F period. I believe I was long in F period. Got stopped out on the day for a pretty hefty loss because I was thinking F would at least attempt to push up and take out E's high. But as we started pulling back in, I got stopped out right below the opening. So I took a pretty hefty loss on that. Was down a good bit. Um, oh, for that one, I actually did take a pretty big loss in C period. I took a short near the end of the time frame around 53, thinking we'd go trend and get the afternoon pullback low and get the overnight low. That did not work out. I was pretty big size, got hurt there, and then I got hurt in that trade in F period. So I was down on the day early on. And then finally in H period, I got involved again as we pulled down, got right to the afternoon pullback low where I took a long. I was actually long right around 45 initially against the day's low, looking to add towards the overnight low because I didn't think we would go trend. We had a decent point of control up here, so as we pulled back against that afternoon pullback low, I was long 45 and 43.25 to the tick, and then was looking for us to rotate back up to A's low around 53. I initially had my ask up here at G's high at 56 because I felt like if we didn't go trend, we would at least in the next time frame go and take out G's high to get an afternoon rally high. But we ended up doing it in G period or in H period. I pushed up pretty good, pretty quickly. I got out at 53. So really good trade on a 2 lot there. Made back my entire day. And so I was doing pretty good and ended up green on the day overall. Then we finally got through 53, got above the open and decided to pop G's high, but didn't get much for it as we came back in and sold off the rest of the day. So there's our afternoon rally high. Those were the trades I took on the day, and pretty solid day. You could have taken another long in I period against the afternoon pullback low and the overnight low. Using the overnight low as your out, right? 40-40, so you're risking 3.5 points. Get out on the push up, the rotation up. So from 43 to 48, made 5 points. Good trade there. However, once J period took out H and I's low, that's when you could have got involved in the short game on pushes up again. All right, let's go ahead and review our destinations. Go ahead and mark those. So we got today's high, 78 even is the day's high. We have our afternoon rally high here in H period. So just like whenever I took a long against the afternoon pullback low in H from last Thursday, we're going to be looking to take a short this time around in H. It's kind of surprising how that works out. Same time frame. Just goes to show you how these algorithms really control the market sometimes. So we got an afternoon rally high here in H period. So on pushes up, we'll look to take a short against it tomorrow. Oh, sorry. We'll look to take a short against that. And then we have today's low day here at 29.50. Low day 29.50. And then we're going to go over some if then statements, kind of review what we're going to do going into tomorrow. All right. So let's say we open up inside of the lower range here, below the afternoon rally high. Say we open up below H's low. We open up below that. We attempt to take out today's low. We get it, but we don't take out the 26th low. You would be looking to get long there. Depending on the tempo, you'll be looking to get long. However, be wary because if we take it out, we'll be one time framing down on the daily at that point, and then be looking to come into the set of single prints below. But if we open up inside or below H's low, don't get the daily low, you'll look to rotate up, get the afternoon rally high, see if we find sellers there initially. If we don't, we should come through that pretty clean, come back up and take out today's high at 40.78. But remember, we are now in a 3-day balance, so we do not come out of the balance high until 4109.25. I believe we'll stay pretty rotational inside of this 3-day balance just because we have the Fed on Wednesday and a few earnings. Maybe if we have some bad earnings reports tomorrow, we'll gap lower and this thing will get emotional to the downside. But let's see how it all works out. I think we'll stay in a pretty good range until Fed day on Wednesday. Uh, that'll do it for today, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you like the content. Leave a comment below if there's anything you'd like me to review. Maybe give you guys some destinations and see what the bigger picture is doing. Till next time, we'll see you.